Hey guys, welcome back to Aligned Anyway. I am your host today, Tiffany.
Hey, I'm Josh, but you know that already. Welcome back.
And guys, we are super excited to be coming to you recording today. Yesterday was our season premiere, and our first episode aired, and the next one comes out next week. But we are just all geared up to have these episodes just kind of coming out and ready for you guys to listen and give feedback. And we just want to say thank you for those of you who have left feedback on Spotify and on other places where you podcast. It's really been great to hear from you. And as you guys know, this episode was really just us reintroducing ourselves and saying, we didn't think we were going to come back, and yet here we are. So we are learning as we go, and you guys are just coming along for the ride as we figure out how to do the tech stuff, as we figure out schedules, as we figure out the art of interviewing someone else. There's really an art to this, and we have no training in this whatsoever. And we're just here trying it out and just going for it because honestly, like, I'm really too young to be feeling this old. And this makes me feel young, number one. And number two, like, life is just too fucking short. We should just go for it and see what happens. And if something great happens from it, awesome. And if the something great that happens is that we had a great time and we bonded as friends, also awesome. So, Josh, how are you
Yes.
feeling after our premiere?
I feel great. We put the work in. We have launched it on every single platform we could literally be on. And I don't think, looking back, that we could have done anything differently. We promote, we talked, we got excited. We're still excited. We are almost done with our first season. This is episode 9, everybody. So, if you're still listening, wow, thank you. I mean, you can listen to any of these great, amazing podcasts out there, and you're over here like, hey, these people are pretty cool. I'm going to go and listen to them. And we really appreciate that because without you and your support and listening, a podcast wouldn't exist because we would just be talking to ourselves at a table or on the phone. So, for us to be able to do this, there's incentive for you to get something out of that. And hopefully that's time well spent. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling pumped. I could have 50 more seasons in me. I'm in a marathon. I'm in a podthon right now. Let's go.
Let's go. I
Woo!
think we're just really excited to just be giving it our all to something new, and we're open to feedback and to change and just making things better. Indicative of that is like how many times has our podcast area changed up and we're like, okay, wait, like for example, my desk was all decorated, but literally the part that was decorated was what I can see, not what's on camera. So I decided to move into the guest bedroom slash, my bonus daughter's room when they're here and turn it into my little happy place.
And
And
you
so
did, let me tell you, it
now,
looks so good. It looks so good. I'm so happy for you. It's like a
you
whole turnaround. Really, we both have had like this experience change, right? Like 360.
right. We were like sending things back and forth what we could do. So it's like, we're telling the universe, yes, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to work toward. And, my mom always says that words are powerful. And if we're putting in those positive words, like, okay, regardless of what feedback we get, if we get negative feedback, good feedback, whatever, like for as long as we're having a good time, I think it's worth it. And speaking of a good time, we want to play a little bit of a game. We don't have a title for this game. I was going to say it should be called Who Would Rather, but I don't know if all the questions fit for that, but we'll see. Um, Today's
Who's more
topic,
likely is more like,
okay,
who's
who's more
who's more
likely?
likely?
Okay, I like that. Tonight's topic is going to be on weight loss. As some of you guys know, we talked about this in earlier episodes, but I had a weight loss surgery called gastric sleeve, or that's the nickname for it. I forget the whole medical term. And I lost 183 pounds. And I have since gained some weight back. So I'm working on trying to lose about 60 pounds. And Josh has been through his own weight loss journey, which I will let him share that. But we really want to talk about weight loss, how it affected us, what our journeys taught us, and what are some things that we're currently working on and how we hold ourselves accountable. Before we get into that, let's have a little fun.
Yeah.
So, Josh, you've got the first batch of questions. And just so the audience knows, we are deciding who the person would be. Is it going to be me? Is it going to be Josh? Or are we saying that it's both of us? I feel like that will be an option a lot, just given who we are.
And this is gonna be fun because I feel like we have a good grasp on each other, but we might have some surprises, you know? Who
Right.
knows?
Let's see. We'll know. We never know.
Yeah, you never know. Okay, here we go. Who's more likely to say they're starting Monday and not really mean it? Okay, ready? Oh,
It's me.
I don't know. I
You'll
have a
do
really
it.
bad for short term. Like I will start it and then I don't have commitment.
Out of you and I, though, I feel like you'll be more committed. I'll be like, "Oh, I need to sleep in," or, "Oh,
You're
I'm
right.
overwhelmed."
I'm
Like,
a pusher. That's
if
true.
it's between you and I, you're a pusher. If it's between you and I, it'll be me first, and you'll push me to be like, "Girl, you got time. You could do it. Like, it's fine. You do all the time." So, like, for sure, I think that one is me. But okay. So, who's more likely to avoid accountability when they know they slipped up?
Mm, mm, okay. I'm I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna say both. I'm gonna say both. Well, I know I am, but I think you just proved the point.
Feel like I'll take accountability, but I think you do too. So really, when it comes to who's most likely to avoid accountability, I would say neither one of us. I think both of us will take accountability like right away.
Yeah, I feel like though, like I give a good fight, and I'll fight it until I'm told otherwise, and then I'll understand it. But I'm not gonna like fight it to the death. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna first try to prove my point because I'm firm in that shit, and I can dial it down once I'm like, oh no, okay, I
Yeah.
see that,
If
I get
but
it.
if I think I'm right, we're battling to the death. There's no accountability. I don't need accountability. I'm right.
Wow.
Maybe okay, maybe you're right. Maybe it's me. Because for the most part, I do think I'm right a majority of the time. You can ask Don. I don't think he
Well,
agrees, but that's
we'll have to
another
get him on the
story.
pod for that.
Right.
Let's see. Who's more likely to pretend they're doing better than they actually are? I know that one. I know that one. See, I thought you were gonna say me because of my ability to always act like everything's fine until it's and then you're like, "Oh, well, maybe I don't know."
I mean, I would agree with you. I think so maybe I guess I would say both then for sure because for me I feel like I don't want people to know if I'm not doing well and you're never gonna, never let them see you sweat, like
Mhm.
I'm gonna be out here still trying to figure out a way to make sure I can get my nails done to make sure I can kind of keep up appearances and I don't know if that's a good thing. That's probably a bad thing, but if I'm being honest, I think I grew up kind of making sure like you faked it till you made it. And that was a part of that. Like you didn't let people see you slip up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like you're not gonna know I'm struggling until like something really happened. And I'll be honest about certain situations. Like, I was honest on the podcast where we moved here from Florida and we moved in with, my mother in law to help just get us back on track financially. It was a strategic financial move. So I'm honest about the things that I go through. But while I'm going through them, it's very rare or hard for me to like ask for help or let someone know that I'm down.
Yeah, I won't ask for help either, and I almost will drown in my own shit until I explode because I don't want anyone to have the perception of, like, I need someone. Like, why would I need you? You know what I mean? Like, I got my therapist and, like, cool, I can vent to my friends and I'll talk about my shit all day long, but I don't need that comfort from my friends anymore. Not anymore. I don't need that. I used
I
to.
agree.
I was in that phase a long time ago in my life, but I would say my mid-20s for sure. But now I'm like, I don't fucking need validation from anyone for that shit. But
Yeah.
It's cool to listen and it's cool to get it off your chest, you know?
It's cool to get it off your chest, but, like, I'm definitely at a place where I'm like, I really don't want your opinion." So, sometimes people will give it to you anyway when you share. So, I'm really kinda learning that I can definitely be somewhat of an overshare, says the girl who has a podcast, right? So,
What?
obviously, that's a thing, right? "What? Oh my god."
Oh my god.
But I wanna try to keep that in check a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
I feel you.
alright,
I
so
get you.
who's more likely to eat healthy all day, then sabotage it at night?
Hmm. Okay, I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say both. I did say me. Yeah, I didn't know if you're a night eater, so I didn't wanna, like, say you were and, like, offend you because I don't know for sure, so I would have inaccurate data.
Didn't know that for sure about you, but then again, I feel like when we've been on FaceTime and stuff, like, you're, like, getting a snack and I do the
I'm a
same
ni
thing, like,
I'm a night
I'm a s
eater, yeah.
I'm a snacker, like, really all throughout the day. I don't like food, like, I mean, I like food, but I don't like meals, like, big meals.
Uh-huh.
Just since having the surgery, like, my stomach is rather small,
Yeah,
and big meals kinda intimidate me a little bit, like, I'm not gonna finish it, so I much prefer snacks, which is its own type of evil, but, yeah, I'm definitely gonna Don calls me the snack queen, so that's where I'm
I
at.
get it. I love a good snack, and it just kinda keeps you full longer, more variety, you don't gotta worry about cooking shit, you just go to the cupboard or the fridge and just grab a little
Exactly.
bite to eat. Yeah, I get it, it makes sense, especially if you
Right
had
now
gastric surgery.
Yeah. Right
Yeah,
now, I'm doing, like, nuts and things like that, like, healthier snacks because I gotta get better with that, but that's what I'm trying now.
okay. Well, how about this? Like, who is more likely to call themselves out publicly than not change privately? I don't know. Okay,
Okay, so both. Yeah.
okay. I said both, you said me. I love
Yeah.
that.
'Cause, like, I'll call myself on out on the podcast all day long, and then, like, I'll still go do the same thing, and then I'll call myself out again, and then still do the same thing. Like, that's what I like, has been frustrating me where it's like, "Okay, we gotta have a change here."
I hear you. My biggest issue, to your point, I think episode 1 even was saying your biggest problem was being so self-aware, but not knowing what to do to change it. Yes, that's where I'm at too. Like, I know what my issues are. I am ready to just deal with it. I'm just ready.
Yeah. No, I completely understand, and I'm with you there. So, who is more likely to quit after one bad day instead of pushing through?
Mm.
I know
Quit
this
after
for sure.
one bad day.
So you guys know Josh and I work together. And we work together at both 2 companies now. So I think like I definitely feel like you're like, "No, I'm over this. I'm done." And then, I do this, but you know what? You're right. I do the same thing.
I was
I
like,
get
"Are we really
mad.
gonna act like this
You're
right
like,
now?"
"Really?" So you're gonna act like, I'll get mad about something and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna take interviews." Like, I could be so dramatic, and I know this, but
But it's, like, dramatic, but I even told you, when you get mad, you get funnier. And I'm like I'm like, it's hard not to laugh at you when you're mad because of the things that come out of your mouth are just so outlandish, but they are also funny and make sense and cutthroat, but it's like it's impossible not to laugh at it because it's on point and witty. You're like, "Oh, fuck. Okay, she went there. Alright. Woo."
and it's like, I always tell Don, I'm like, "I love my sense of humor, but, like, you gotta be a little dark to get it."
Yep, and I'm a dark bitch. You know what I
You
mean?
are. You are. Alright, what's your question?
Who is more likely to say out loud what they're actually thinking inside?
Ready? I'm about to put it up, and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't want you to see."
Okay, ready,
Ready?
set.
Go. Both?
Ooh.
That's true.
I would
Okay, I
say you
shoulda
do
did
have
both.
more I think you do have more of an unfiltered approach than I do. I think that's
Yeah.
true.
Like, you'll think things through. I do at work, like, before you. You'll kinda be like and then I'll be like, "Hold on." But, like, I used to be like, "Boo, boo, 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 boo." But everywhere else, I feel like I am, like, very but again, so just FYI, this is something that I wanna work on. Like, I'm very self-aware that this is an issue, and I know that it's not a good thing, but, like, I have an issue with my emotional regulation. Like, I will act on every emotion, like anger or whatever. Like, in some way, whether it be a facial expression, my body will tense. I will have this visceral reaction that always gives me away. So I have zero poker face, and I hate that, right? Because you kind of always know what I'm thinking. You always know what cards I'm gonna play. But that might be a reason to respect me too, because I do keep it honest and I'm pretty authentic in my approach to things. But I definitely feel like it's something that I struggle with.
You're not wrong. Tiffany and I, like she mentioned, we work for the 2 companies together now, and I would be across the table from her, and I'd have to be like her face checker. I had to be like, "Tiffany, check your face. Tiffany, your face. Tiffany, you're giving face. Tiffany, you're doing it again." And she'd be like, "I can't help it." And I'm like, "Girl, get it together. You're killing this bitch with your eyes right now."
I hate
She's
that.
already
Like,
got
I hate it.
it's like you got Tiffany Cyclops lasers from like, "Don't mess with me."
It's
Pshee.
like it's like you say something that I don't like or that I feel like is, like, dumb. I cannot help it. I know it's a problem. I really do. Like, it has been a problem throughout my entire, like, career and existence and in my relationships, and that's why I say, look, I'm really self-aware. Like, but how do you fix your face? Like, what the
You
fuck?
know
What am I
what?
supposed to do? Slap myself? I don't know.
Girl, I've gotten this feedback from a leader before who has told me that I needed to now granted, this leader is amazing, and they really were trying to say this in the nicest way possible because they were trying to coach me, but it's also something that's a hard conversation to say to your employee, "Hey, you have resting bitch face." They didn't say that to me. They did say, "Hey, sometimes some employees might think that when they approach you that you're giving face." And I said, what does that mean? They're like, like sometimes maybe you just look mad. I was like, but I'm not. They're like, I know, but maybe you have that approach that sometimes you're like angry. I'm like, but I'm not. He's like, well, maybe you just try to smile a little more. I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I could work on that. I've never had that coaching, but I needed it. I did. I needed that. And I was so happy I got that coaching because I don't look in the mirror all the time and go, this is the face I'm giving to people. You don't know that until
I
someone
know,
tells you,
until it
look.
happens.
So I was actually grateful for that feedback, even though it sounds harsh. I can take that shit. But man, I still don't know how to fix it. It's the face. I got it.
'Cause it's like I can remember, like, I know you're saying to smile, I get it. And I do try that, like, I try to smile a little bit more to make me seem more approachable, but, like, it's annoying. Like, why can't you just listen to what I'm saying and take it at face value? If I have the discipline enough to fix my tone and to tactfully say something, can you just take that and ignore my face? Yes, my face looks fucked up, and it's because you said some dumbass shit and I immediately reacted. Can you just charge it to my head, not my heart? Listen to what I'm saying because what I'm saying is well thought out because I care. I tried to change
Right.
my words. I
Right.
tried to fully get through. My face was because I just couldn't control the emotions. And I'm trying to learn how to self regulate to do that because I know better than to say what I'm looking like. You know what I mean? I know
Mhm.
that won't be effective. And I'm not trying to be an asshole. But like I said before, sometimes I just can't help it. And it's because of my face. Like, I just have an asshole face.
I'm going to chalk it up to the fact that we are in a creative artistry space and that as artists, our face is our canvas. And we are just giving Picasso, baby. We're
Way
giving
to spin it.
Picasso. You
That's what I'm
know,
talking about. That is an
giving
art that
Picasso.
everybody needs to have. You gotta be able to survive this fucked up world. You gotta be able to know how to spin shit. You know what I mean? You gotta make it work for you and find the light and find the positive. And that's what you just did.
We got
And
to
I love
have
that
the
for me
Picasso of the face.
because to be able to have somebody in your corner that knows how to do that, that is a blessing. So just wanted you to know that. But
Got you.
on to the next question, and then we can kind of get into our
The deep
topic.
shit. The deep shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's do it.
But who's more likely to overthink everything but then do nothing?
Hmm. Hmm.
I have a card for this. So
I
I'm just
know.
going to
I was gonna say
say
neither. I was gonna say
neither.
neither. Yeah. I was gonna say neither. Because I feel like I'm the opposite. I feel like I do everything. Like I'm like, oh my god, I got to do it all. I got to do it all. Like, I'm fucking manic, right? Like, I got to do it all, or else I'm not
Yes.
succeeding, and I got to do it all half-ass at the same time, or else it's not being successful. Even though I'm only doing everything half-ass, I feel like in my head, I've done all of that, so I'm successful now. It's fucked up.
I have a confession. So I had said to Don, I was like, I can tell that Josh is a little like manic right now. And like with the podcast, like he's getting so many things done and he's moving so fast. And I was like, it's making me anxious because I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to keep up with him. I got to do these things. And then I'm like, I recognize when I'm like that too. And I'm like, it's super productive and it's really helpful when we're like that and we can do that. But I was like, I see now, like, oh, because I can be like that too. So now that I'm seeing you like that, like how you came up with the link tree and you did all this stuff and you were still like, you have a full time job. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, where do you find time to do this? And you know how I said that like being bipolar is a superpower? And I think that's like one of the superpowers. Why for me, I find it difficult sometimes to want to like lose that. Like I'm like, no, this is good. When I'm on, I'm really on and I'm in it. And I mean, that's how I wrote my book. Like I was just like, and I'm not supporting getting off medication. So please, people don't think that I'm saying that. But I'm saying that's the allure. Like that's the thing with bipolar. I think that's the thing that's so hard to regulate it, you know?
The one thing that really stuck out to me when this was happening was the fact that I didn't know how to stop being so up and down and no in the middle. I was just like, why can't I get a grip on it? Like I would be going from screaming about something to being able to calm down in like a minute and the other person being like, uh, I'm still fucking mad at you because you just completely unleashed on me. And I'm like, okay, but that was like then. This is now.
This
You
now.
good? Like, are
Yeah.
we good? And I would almost have like no empathy with it. And I started to realize like that's just not a normal characteristic of someone that has so much feeling. Like I do feel a lot, but I still could not get a grip on the not giving a shit because the anger just took control. But once it was gone, I knew I felt bad about it. I was aware it happened, but I just why the fuck it happened? It's like, it's so fucking awful because you're like trapped in your own mind and you're unable to control your own shit, even though you know what's going on around you. It's like being like in a spectral experience almost in a sick,
Yeah.
weird mental way.
I'm the same way. Like I completely understand that. And sometimes it's hard to talk to people about that. For me, I feel like a deep level of shame.
Uh-huh.
And it makes me want to go like hide in a corner and I'm like, oh, why did I react that way? Even if I'm right about whatever it is, because I reacted that way, it doesn't even matter if I'm right. My point is lost because I lost it. And
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, oh, I'm so frustrated. And it's frustrating because I can be great at work and I can be on, and I wouldn't do that because I'm not going to jeopardize my job. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
unfortunately, at home and for my family, I feel safer. So I unleash more and I don't regulate like I need to. And I just feel bad, shameful that I know this about myself and I can't get it together. And it's just something that I want to just continue to work on and be real about. But I digress as per usual, but we'll get into that. And you know what's funny is we talk a little bit about this on Darcy's podcast, School of Hard Knocks. And just for the audience, last week we were on a fellow podcaster's podcast and she was amazing.
Amazing.
she talked all about, like, healing and being grounded in your healing and not letting your trauma define you, and I just think that it comes up in so many different ways, but I want when that episode comes out, we'll link it in our podcast so that you guys can go to it and listen to it because she's amazing, and we just had a great time, and Josh, you can share just a little bit about your experience too and what it meant for you.
Yeah, I've been an interviewer of people in my other podcast, Humor Haunts and Homicide. So for me, it wasn't like a realm I wasn't aware of. But going into the other part of this where we were being interviewed, I was nervous. It was a lot because you don't know what you're going to be asked. And Darcy has a style of, hey, I'm just going to go in there. I'm going to start asking you things. I want to know a little bit about you and like why you want to talk about what you want to talk about. And then from there, I'm just going to start rapid firing you some conversation. We're going to just make it happen organically. So you never know what's going to happen in those scenarios. It could either go great or it could either go awful. But it was like immediately we get on the podcast and it was like three friends sitting at a coffee table having a discussion. And we could have sat there for 2 hours plus with her. I mean, we were on it for an hour and a half with her and she was so supportive and she was really pumping up the podcast and complete stranger. Didn't have to give us a chance to say what we're about and what we're doing here and trying to believe in the message, but she did. And she saw something in the value that we're bringing to the conversations. And she thought that it was time that we, get that out there. And I was really happy to be able to have that experience.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool too of how you have really like just you've been so productive and finding podcast sites and just different things and creating a link tree. Like you've just been so resourceful and adamant and diligent, and it's just inspiring to see
Well,
and to
thank
be
you.
doing this. And another thing that's been inspiring is I know that you have gone through a weight loss journey, right?
Mhm.
And so I want to know for you, what was it that kind of was your like aha moment? Like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I need to get my shit in gear and make a change. What was it for you?
My husband and I had taken our second trip to Savannah, Georgia. We fell in love with it due to the haunting aspect. It was actually the inspiration of why I started my other podcast. We stayed at the Marshall House. We had a haunting experience. We had some actual activity happen. And it's a known hotel. It's one of the most haunted hotels in America. So it was something that I purposely went there looking to do. Savannah's completely haunted. The history, the wars that's happened there. If you guys look it up, Savannah's beautiful. It's so rustic and so much lush history to it. It's amazing. We went there and we took some pictures at the old Pink House. It's one of our favorite restaurants while we're there. And we took a picture outside. And then I totally forgot I even posted on Facebook. Well, my mother in law had gotten us a gift for Christmas that year and put it in a frame for us and like this nice little Christmas ball message and within the frame. Well, looking at it, I had like six chins and I was so mortified with who that person was in that picture that immediately was like, "Oh my god, like, I have lost control." Like, of course, you look in the mirror every day and you see yourself and you buy new clothes because the other ones aren't fitting, but you just tell yourself, "Oh, it's because they've shrunk." It couldn't be that I'm getting fucking fat. It could be that my clothes are the problem. And then eventually when I saw that, I was like, "Holy shit, this is what I become." And I went to the doctor and I was like, "What are we gonna do? What do I gotta do?" I've tried to lose weight. I've always been a yo-yo. I've been up and down all around. I've lost a ton. At my lowest, I was 175. At my highest, I was 310. And 310 was where I was at in Savannah. And I'm currently at 265. At my last peak of weight loss, I was at 245. I was on Wegovy for about 2 years. It also helped me lose the weight. I was also doing better in my eating and I was working out. And then I stopped doing it because that's what I do. I get committed, I get excited, and then I stop. And I give myself excuses. I don't have time. I get home too late. The drive sucks. I don't want to do it. Whatever the fuck it is. I make a reason for not doing it. And I'm just so incredibly sick of doing that and then I'll do it in bite-sized pieces so that for me will justify the fact that I even did it in the first place. Well, I did it. I got progress. Okay, now I can back off of it instead of just fully committing to it. So now that I'm saying it out loud, I guess I have commitment issues. So that sucks.
See, and there's that self-awareness thing again, but I completely understand, like, for me, my moment, I was 29, so I was turning 30, and I went to Disney Animal Kingdom, and I was with my niece and her mom, and we went on this ride. I forget what ride it was. It was like the Avatar ride. I don't know what it's called, but I couldn't fit on the ride. The guy had to come over and tell me like, "Hey, I'm so sorry, but like you have to be able to close the bar to a certain level." It was virtual reality, so I didn't think it would be a big
Sure.
deal.
Yeah.
But it was, and I had to get, asked to get off the ride, and my niece is like, "TT, no, like, what are they doing? Why are they doing that? TT, what are you doing?" Like, she felt so bad for me, and I was like, "Oh my god," I was so embarrassed, and I just cried, and I remember, like, called my boyfriend at the time, and he was just like, "I mean, what do you expect? This is what you're choosing in life." And it was so insensitive, but it was real as fuck, honestly. And I was like, you know what? Okay. And so literally I sat down, like I'm crying through tears, and like people are walking by and they gave me like fast passes. And I'm like, I can't get on the rest of the rides. I was so paranoid to go on any rides because, you know, this had just happened to me. So I was like, whatever, fuck these fast passes, whatever. And so I immediately like Googled this doctor that I had been doing research on for a while. And, I had great benefits with my job. So I had like this weight loss thing that I could do. Like you take classes and courses, nutritionists, you go to, a therapist to make sure that you're ready for the weight loss and ready to like take on what the surgery would entail. Like you're risking your life anytime you do an elective surgery. And so I had the surgery in 2019, gastric sleeve surgery, and I was at my highest 375 pounds. And I was not my vibrant self. I was like a shell because I just would rather like not be seen.
Yeah.
So my real personality, like I don't feel like a lot of people really knew what it was or knew that I was even a for real extrovert.
Uh-huh.
So I had the surgery, and the funny thing is that they told me that I should do the intestine one. I forget what it's called. Bypass. Because I was
Sure.
so big that they were like, you would need to lose more than what gastric sleeve would lose you. On that, you only lose about, you know, 80 pounds, 50 to 80 pounds. Well, I didn't want to do that because it was more risks, but I was super proud because he said I would only lose 60 to 80 pounds. I lost 183 pounds. I was doing Camp Gladiator. I was eating healthy. I was really like just on my shit. I was walking daily, like 5 days a week, probably 2 miles a day. And I was killing it. But like, I didn't really like how small I had gotten. And people commented all the time on like, oh, you got this, keep going. You can go smaller, you can get smaller. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't really want to get smaller. It was just like, damn, I still don't like my body. It's still isn't right. And I still don't know what I want to look like and what I want to feel like. And so the happiness that I thought that I was going to get from losing that weight, or the attention that I thought I was going to get that I would like, I didn't end up liking it. It didn't feel like I wanted it to feel. And then I've gained the weight back. We weigh the same actually. I'm 265 pounds as well. So I want to lose 66 pounds, because I want to be under 200 pounds is my
Me
goal.
as well.
And then that's it, because I think I'll like it, because I still like to be a little thick. I'm
Mhm.
not trying to like be a stick. That didn't look right for me. I didn't like it there. And I don't want to say, and when I say stick, like for all the skinny women, like y'all are gorgeous. That's you. That looks good for you. I'm saying for me, I'm just used to having more on me, and I like that, and I want that, but I just wanna feel better about when I go shopping. I wanna have more options, and I wanna feel more comfortable being seen and being heard and feeling like I'm okay doing that, you know?
Nothing's wrong with that. Something you just said made me think of something I wanna ask you. What do you think is the different stigmatism between somebody that might be too skinny versus somebody that might be too overweight? And do you think they get the same treatment when they're looked at differently because of their weight problem?
Yeah, 100%. I think that, when people are skinny, they think they can say whatever they want to them because they're skinny. Like, "Oh, you're not gonna mind." Like, "Oh, you're sick. You need to eat something." And they think that that's not going to offend them because they're skinny, because in their
Correct.
mind, they wanna look like you. But
Yep.
you don't know that that person in their mind, maybe they might be wanting to look like you. So you saying that is bringing up an insecurity, because I think people are thinking like, because I wish that I was skinny, that they wish that they were. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that person may not want that, but we're not really thinking about that. We're just thinking about us and what we want. Like, I have a friend and she used to look in the mirror and she'd be, oh my God, I'm so fat. And I would go home and I would cry because I would be like, damn, like if she thinks she's fat, I must be like disgusting.
Was there a visible size difference
And
between you 2?
yeah, she was much smaller than me.
So then where the fuck is her self-awareness? Because people know their own size, right? Like, if you're with a friend and you know that they have body issues and you know that they are bigger than you, and you're in the mirror going, "Oh my god, I'm just, like, so fat. I'm just, like, so I wish I could lose, like, 5 pounds." And you're over here, like, hiding in the bathroom because you don't wanna be seen at lunch, so you know what I mean? Like, fat people know they're fat. But for you to then diminish the fact that they are going through something far greater than you are is just so fucking awful to me. And I've had experiences like that similar in the past too, so I get you.
You know what's funny is I went about it the way that I did, how it hurt my feelings, and you were like, "Fuck that. Fuck them. They knew what they were doing. Fuck no." And you know what's funny? It's the same friend that you don't like and that you feel like this never should have been a thing. So
Of
it's
course it
funny that
was.
you got the same visceral reaction. So it's just like very much aligning with that person was not your energy. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
But you know what? You're absolutely right. And that was another reason where it's like, okay, that again, the tone deaf thing. But I think that people who are bigger can be tone deaf by saying to skinny people, like, oh, well, you need to eat or this and that. And it's like, you don't know what that person is going through. Like, are they having issues putting on weight? What are those issues doing for them from a health perspective? Like, I know women who, someone from college, she's always been skinny and she's always just wanted to like gain weight, and she's tried a bunch of things and it's been such a huge insecurity of hers. So for me at a younger age, it really opened up my eyes to like that difference of body dysmorphia, and how we feel about ourselves doesn't discriminate whether we're skinny or we're fat. You know what I mean? Like, we cannot like ourselves at any size. And some of the prettiest people, right, by society standards, whatever the hell that is, usually are the most insecure. And then, I was thinking about this song, and, I know Kanye is not like the best person to quote or whatever, but, I like him. But, the prettiest people do the ugliest things,
Uh-huh.
right? You just, everybody has their own thing. And it's like, because you want to look like that person or because that's what you aspire to be, that does not mean that that person is happy with where they are. And I think we all could just do a little bit of like stepping into the other person's shoes and thinking before we speak, including myself, because I have done something like that before, which is why I'm speaking on it, because it's something that, again, I'm self aware about, but that's something that I have been able to fix.
But since we're on the topic of social media and putting our journeys out there, something that has recently crossed my mind because I've been away from social media for almost a year. Like, I'd taken, I think it was 10 months off. Before we started the podcast, I was getting a little anxiety. I'm like, "Ooh, I don't know what it's like to be in social media land anymore." Like, this is a little weird for me. So, but I knew we had to do that in order to get the name out there that we're doing this, you know? So I was happy to get back on and start marketing and getting the word out. But that's really my only purpose to get back on social media. Like I don't have the need or the want to like engage in the garbage that is the algorithmic bullshit that's just getting fed to our shit and our psyches. Like when I get back on there, it's weird because I don't give a shit about selfies when I'm not on social media. I get on Facebook and I'm like, "Oh, I kind of look good today. Maybe I'll take a selfie." And then I post it and I'm like, oh my God. Ugh. Like I realize who I am when I'm on social media.
You're
And
me.
I
Y'all
and
keep
I
trying to
also
play me.
I'm like, "Oh, god damn." So, I know what it does to you and the narcissistic sides we all have that we can tap into if we let it. And I also know what happens when you put that out in the world. You're able to get scrutiny, or you're able to get comments on what you do. So, I post a picture and it's an update. I'm feeling good about myself, right? I shave. Mind you, I don't necessarily like how I look when I shave. I feel like my face gets 4 times fatter, so I'm still kinda currently dealing with the ingrown ways of my beard that is growing back in. Didn't realize I was gonna get people saying things about my face. I didn't realize it was even a topic of discussion. People would be like, "Oh, that's great, love that." You know, you don't even have to say anything. I don't need you to say anything. I just it's my profile picture update, so people get the update of the picture. I had a couple people on there that were like, "I prefer your face this way," or "I prefer your face that way." Now, mind you, I also prefer my face with facial hair, but I didn't know that was up for you to make a comment on that. You know, I just don't know where people feel like it's their business to comment on someone's looks. Like, whether it's good or bad, like, I don't care if you think it looks better on me. I didn't ask you, what do you think? Is this a better look? Shaved, not shaved. I just said, oh, this is what my face looks like without fur. So it's not like I was taking a poll. I wasn't asking for an opinion. But now I realize that it's free fucking game anymore. It's like a battlefield out there with people. I want to be clear. I don't take offense to that comment. I don't think it's offensive. But it was a wake-up call and an experiment that I didn't know I was in the middle of. For those of you out there that feel like you want to comment on someone's looks, or that you want to tell them that they should keep going on their weight when they already are comfortable in their bodies, or if they might complain about their weight, you know what? It's not your job to comment. It's your job to be a support partner and a support friend and a support buddy. It's not your fucking job to comment on what they look like. Would you disagree or would you agree?
I feel like, I'm posting the picture and I'm posting it because I saw it and I liked it and I felt good about it. So I posted it. So if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing to me. I'm okay. You don't have to like it. You could just go on by. Unless it's, "Damn, you looking good." Unless it's, "Ooh, I like that outfit. Ooh, the vibes are dope. I love the aesthetic." Unless it's, "I love that energy. I love that you're happy. I love that you posted that. I love that you love yourself." Don't fucking comment. Don't say shit. Because if I posted it, it was because I was feeling myself.
That's what a fucking selfie is. It's literally called a selfie for a reason. It's about you. So it's meant to do that because you thought you looked good. Fuck off, you know? Boom.
And that's on period. I just wanted to add that in there to, try to is that like that's what the Gen Z kids say now,
Spice
right?
it up. Spice it up. Or what is it? Clock it? Is that what the new thing is? Clock it?
Yeah.
Clock it.
This is
Clock
my
it.
favorite. Don loves this shit too.
I love the way it feels when you do it, like clock, you
I
know?
know. I don't know. I don't know. So just digress. But I wanted to just kind of add in I really enjoy that you and I have that. We can kind of talk about this weight loss journey. And for me, you said earlier that you like flip flop and you go back and forth. So that's why I started Pilates. I went ahead, when I got my bonus, I was like, I'm going to just go ahead and pay for Pilates. And this is an investment in myself. And oh my gosh, like I go to Club Pilates. It's right around the corner from my house in Midtown. And my core is hurting. My legs are hurting, but like in a good way. It's the best stretch. I just literally love Pilates, like, it's amazing, And so that's like once a week that I can do and commit to doing at least that. And then there's some other
Mhm.
things. So if you want to get something together where we can kind of commit to each other, like, oh, did you work out today? Did you move today? That kind of thing, I'm on board. You know, Don went and got like healthy groceries with this book that my mother-in-law got us, like a cookbook, like really trying to just eat healthy. You know, I'm on this infertility journey and trying to have a baby because hopefully in winter we'll be trying to, do IUI. So want to make sure that my body's right. So, like, if you want an accountability partner, that's something that helps for me because I do lack commitment too, because I am not good at it by myself. I need a team. Like, that is how I work. I am a Capricorn and I am a leader, but I'm a leader of a pack. I need a pack. So, that's okay, and I can, we can be a pack together.
Do you use MyFitnessPal, or have you ever heard of it? Yeah.
Yep. Love it. Log it. Would
Yeah,
definitely use that.
let's
I
do it.
use Berrytastic because it was for people who had the surgery, but I don't really need to use that anymore. So I can go back to using my Fitness Pal, and then I have a scale that, like, is a smart scale. So it tells me, like, where my protein is, stuff like that.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
great, and I just
Great.
kinda keep track of it that way, but, like, maybe we could weigh in once a week. I'm
Mhm.
trying to lose 2 pounds per week, so that's something that we could kinda
Yeah,
figure out together.
absolutely. I mean, 2 pounds is aggressive, but I like a challenge. I
We could do
am
it.
really into biking lately, so I'm gonna try to, like, aim my focus into my biking and my walking, because the more I work these knees bending anymore, my knees are cracking. I've got some Rice Krispie treat shit going on.
Yeah.
There's snap,
Uh,
crackle, and popping. It's
yeah.
not good for the
Getting
soul.
old is bullshit.
Old, try don't do it. It fucking
I just
sucks.
think it's like 0 out of 10. 0.
0. -1
I
even
do
if you wanna
not
get
I
crazy.
don't recommend. Like, I think if somebody wanted to make me a vampire, I would totally be down,
Mhm.
but, like, I don't wanna drink blood. So, like, a bloodless drinking vampire.
So basically, we need to be a heretic from Vampire Diaries. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Yeah,
See? You speak of my language. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah, we just need a little bit of them because they had the perfect existence. They were a witch
Exactly.
and a vampire that doesn't need blood because they feed off their own power.
Exactly. There we go. Now, I sometimes feed off of energy, and that's what I do when we come here. And it's just a transference of energy, and I appreciate that. And I want to say thank you to the listeners. I'm super excited that yesterday was our launch. And I really just I want to hear the feedback. We want to hear from you. What do you want to talk about? Would you want to be a guest? We are always looking for people to share their lived experiences and things that they have gone through that can help others or just provide some entertainment because I don't mind getting on here and just laughing it up.
All right. For the season finale, which by the way is next week, we're going to just kind of recap everything we went through this season. We've been through what your title is. We've been through weight loss. We've been through trauma. We've got it all, right? And we've got so much more to say. Definitely look forward to more guest episodes in our future. If you have a story to tell, if you want to highlight a business, a passion, a trauma, or even a vision, we're here to help you get that platform out and to say what you want to say. What other safe place than with a circle of friends? Stay tuned next week, season finale, anywhere you get your podcast. We appreciate you. Aligned anyway. We're out. Poodles.